Brian Gandy here with Sustainable Terrains, and I wanted to give you a full rundown of the new program that we're running with HPS and LED lighting for horticulture. It's called Relamp and Relax. You know, the reality is that high pressure sodium is still going to be around for a long time. It's been tried and true now for over a decade with the double enders, and LEDs are the way of the future. I've been working with them for 10 years. I still believe in, advocate, engineer, design, and specify all of that stuff for LED. But the reality is HPS is going to be on the road as long as there's cars that burn gas on the road. So what we're doing is actually taking your old lamps and helping you recycle them and stay in new lamps so you can stay productive. So I'm going to run through a quick deck that we put together just so you can see both programs for the HPS and the LED. There's a quote from one of my favorite engineers, forward thinkers. Best way to predict the future is design it. We're looking at designing a future that is more sustainable, more compliant, and better for growers. I'm a grower first, being a horticulturist, and that's our goal, is to see you succeed. So we are in effect a horticultural lighting agency. We work with multiple vendors on the LED side, multiple vendors on the HPS side. If you need it fast, you need it cheap, you need it now, or you need it to last 20 years, we've got solutions for all of the above. And I personally have over 10 years in the horticultural lighting space now, and you know, we work on the scientific mode and method. If you've got a problem, we can find a solution for you. I've seen a lot of companies come and go in the horticultural space, as many people have, and what I see as the key to success of the most successful companies is the customer service base. So that's why we're here. That's why we work with vendors that can be trusted and will support the clients before, during, and after commissioning a product. You know, I've been in the sustainability and sustainable business field since I was in college. You know, the first pillar of a sustainable business is profitability. Keeping your lights running, keeping your systems optimized is going to keep you profitable. And when you are profitable, you can then take care of your people, take care of the planet, and we're here to help you do both of those. We have strategic partners. We want to be your strategic partner. That's as simple as that. We want to make your lighting life easy. It's a key input in the garden and one of the cardinal inputs, and without good lighting or faulty lighting or failing lighting, you're going to lose money and lose your business. We work on comprehensive support with, you know, before, during, and after. Again, multiple vendors, multiple sources. We stay current with our supply chain and all of the pricing. We can be competitive across the board. Our recycling service for the high pressure sodium lamps is included in the price of the lamp itself. So you get your new lamps, take them out of the box, take down your old lamp, put it back in the box, repack them, put them on a pallet, and we take it from there. It goes out, gets recycled. We send you a certificate of recycling once that batch is officially recycled, and you can use this information for your sustainability metrics and reporting. And most of the LED business in the United States, at least right now, is being driven by rebates and incentives. There are a lot of companies that you can work with out there, and we can work with those partners as well, and we will remain unbiased on the partner and unbiased on the product to make sure that you get the solution that you need. So one of the key things that we're working with, you know, and again, and staying in business, staying profitable is obviously key, but what we're here to help you overcome is not only the loss in yields and revenue, but the high pressure sales tactics from any vendor, any LED vendor or otherwise. You know, HPS lamps are harder to get. Some wholesalers don't carry them anymore, and they definitely don't take care of the life cycle ownership of the product all the way from buying to recycling. And the reason that's so important is because each one of these lamps contains enough mercury to be toxic to a person. It's in a vapor form, and there's only a handful of facilities and processes in the United States that can actually handle this, recycle it down to its components, reclaim the mercury, and keep it out of the waterways. High pressure sales and low quality solutions. If you see flashy marketing, that's usually a bad sign that the quality of the product is not as good. We help you understand the marketplace and make sure that you're getting the right solution. If you got a good solution, good for you, carry on, and we won't pressure you to take anything from us other than the advice. So on the LED side, I used to say that in 2018 was kind of the turning point for commercial LED products. As much as I wanted it to be, I think the reality is that about 2021 is when there's still really reliable fixtures really running at the output that they were sold at. So one thing that we've seen in all the mergers and acquisitions and companies going in and out of business, or companies not being able to stay in business because they couldn't keep up with the warranty support, is that a lot of the LEDs are sold and marketed to last 50,000 to 100,000 hours and only lose 10% of their output, when in reality that's not necessarily true. And we've seen some fixtures that have been deployed only 1 or 2 years and they're running at 50 to 70% of their initial output. And typically you cannot, no one can see that with their naked eye. If you've got good SOPs and good meters, you're going around and you're checking the output of your lights, that's great. However, it's really hard to see your lights dimming until you see it on your bottom line. So one service we offer on the LED side is actually, you can send us a fixture, or we can send it straight to the DLC lab. We'll have it tested. We'll look at it. We'll look at the amount of output versus the amount of time you've been running it, chart it out and compare it. And if it's not below, say, 80% or whatever critical point is, depending on your yield metrics, we'll help you identify the point in time when you will need to get new LEDs, so that you do not hit that point of diminishing returns unknowingly. And that's really important when all the margins are getting tighter, the industry's getting tighter, everything's getting tighter. You need to know if your fixtures are failing, and if they're not failing now, you need to know when they're going to fail so that you can prepare to replace them. And the best built fixtures on the market will last 11 years at 90% output or more, and that's at 12 hours a day. But the reality is most lamps will last anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 years before they really need to be replaced. And some of those first and second generation of LEDs already definitely need to be replaced. Not only can we recycle HPS lamps, we can recycle HPS fixtures, but we can also help you recycle your old LED fixtures as well. And again, we keep a curated list of options and relationships from multiple manufacturers to stay agnostic and unbiased and just provide the right solution for your situation. When it comes to the recycling, I've already given a quick overview, but we know that there's enough headaches in compliance, there's enough headaches in logistics, and we just want to make it as easy as possible for you. So you place an order with us, we get new lamps. We have 3 different tiers of HPS lamps, from Ushio to the Philips Arc Tube to an OEM source, depending on your budget and your relamping interval timeline. Lamps show up, you repack your old ones, and we will take them, we'll take it from there. We take the logistics, we take them back to the warehouse, we make sure they're packaged right. Part of the recycling program, and why it's hard for growers to do it themselves, it's just a red tape nightmare. And each stage of that process is time and labeling and communication dependent. So we take that, we bring in all the HPS lamps, we batch them, we make sure they go in on time, and then when we get the reports back that everything's been recycled, we share those reports with a batch that matches your lamp so that you can use it for reporting. So again, just an overview. Onboarding or reordering is the first step. New lamps delivered, repackage the old lamps, we handle the logistics, we batch them and get them recycled, and then we provide you the impact reduction report showing how much mercury you've kept out of the waterway, and then also the certificates of recycling that can be used in your ESG or corporate sustainability reporting program. As far as our HPS option, we have the OEM Pro, which is just a direct OEM source product and not the bottom of the barrel. There are cheaper lamps out there, but this is the bare minimum that we would recommend. Then we have the OEM tubes, lamps that have the Philips Arc Tube in them, and that's Philips. It's a known name in horticulture, high quality components, longer life, and a great product. And then the gold standard for high pressure sodium is Ushio. So we have all of these options available again to meet your needs, your timeline, and all of these products are in stock in the United States, so we're ready to drop ship as soon as you need them. Impact reduction reporting, I talked a little bit about it. You know, if you go from HPS to LED, we can help you calculate, you know, your impact reduction there from a carbon and energy standpoint. That's pretty commonplace. But really on the HPS side, we're looking at, you know, keeping the mercury, the toxic stuff out of the landfill, and then also showing that if you relamp at the right interval, how much money you are actually saving by doing that rather than losing it over time. You know, a 10% drop in the PPFD or the par level of an HPS can equate to a 30% loss in yield. So we help you stay on top of that, let you know, hey, it's 6 months out, you should probably start thinking about getting new lamps, and let's get it ordered. So that's future proofing and service. We are here to help you stay in the black, stay profitable, and stay sustainable and compliant. Additional services that we have, we can help you actually recycle old LED fixtures. Those are much easier to recycle than the HPS lamps. We can assist on ESG and corporate sustainability reporting if that's not something you've started yet. These are things that are going to be mandated sooner than later in all industries in horticulture. If you've got questions about vendors or shysters or people trying to sell you something, we will give you a professional opinion or show you the resources so you can do your own comparison, like how to work through the DLC. And also, you know, my time in the industry in horticulture, our network of consultants, growers, resources, and industry leading experts, we will help you understand your project. Formal consulting, it's just usually bad advice on bad advice. There are a handful of good consultants out there. We avoid formal consulting, but if you want to sit down and talk about your project from a macro level, we'd be happy to do that free of charge and have years of experience and have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in cultivation facilities. So you can find us on LinkedIn at Sustainable Terrains, on Instagram at Gandy Grows, where I do my educational content, and then also at the website sustainableterrains.com. And yeah, we're happy to keep you in the know on all things new, all things great. We do ongoing research with lighting, and we just stay at the front of this conversation. We were doing tissue culture and R&D as we speak. So we look forward to being your partner in your lighting pursuits. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and give us a shout. Thanks for your time.